All right, let's go ahead and start. This is an assignment for Journalism 120. My name is Edel, and we're going to go over some identifying bias in the media. In an age where the integrity of the news is under constant scrutiny, question of identifying media bias is always in someone's scope. We chat with friends, we chat with our family, they tell us something about something that happened or something they heard in the news. And then what do we first say? Where did you hear that from? Was that on Fox News? With so many voices claiming that news outlets are presenting a distorted view of reality, how can we, as informed consumers, discern what's truly fair? At the core of journalism lies a crucial commitment to reporting the facts without bias. But when outlets stray away from this idea, it raises serious questions about the trustworthiness of the information. Should we take the news at their word, or is it time to develop our own way of evaluating news stories? Let's take a look at a pretty recent event about Russia, explosives or bombs, and planes. Here's a headline for Fox News. Russia accused of plotting to plant explosives aboard U.S. bound airplanes. In summary, Fox News reports on a plot allegedly orchestrated by Russia to plant explosives on airplanes bound for the United States and Canada. The article details two explosions that occurred at DHL logistics hubs in Germany and the United Kingdom, believed to be part of a broader Russian sabotage campaign. The explosive devices, disguised as electric massagers and containing magnesium based flammable substances, were sent from Lithuania as a test run to determine how best fit to infiltrate US bound flights. Four suspects have been arrested by Polish authorities in connection with this plot, which is seen as a potential escalation of Russia's ongoing sabotage efforts targeting Western nations. Now, how did Fox News cover it? Fox News presented the story with a focus on the international investigation and the potential threat posed by the explosives. The report goes into specific detail about the incendiary devices, explaining their design and purpose. It highlights the arrest in Poland, linking the plot to Russian intelligence activities, and includes comments from Polish officials about the significance of the operation. The article emphasizes the broader geopolitical implications, describing the plot as part of a larger Russian strategy to disrupt the West. The tone is pretty serious, with a focus on the danger of the plot and the heightened security concerns surrounding it. Fox News references to Western intelligence officials, but doesn't dive deeply into the political context of Russia's motivations, instead, focusing on the logistical and investigative aspects. The piece's language is direct and authoritative, presenting the facts with an emphasis on security and the global ramifications of the plot. Let's take a look at NBC here. One second. NBC took a look at this, and here's their headline: Russia behind plot to plant bombs on cargo planes, Western's officials say. NBC News reports on the same Russia linked sabotage plot, with a particular focus on how the discovery of incendiary devices at DHL logistics hubs fits into the broader Russian campaign to disrupt Western support for Ukraine. The article details how the two explosive devices found in Germany and the UK in July were part of an operation to test how explosives could be smuggled onto aircraft bound for North America. Polish authorities arrested four suspects, are actively searching for two more individuals involved in the report. The report also includes U.S. authorities, heightened security, and there's assurance of no immediate danger for inbound flights. So, how did NBC News cover it? NBC News approaches the story from a more geopolitical angle, emphasizing the broader context of Russia's sabotage efforts, particularly in relation to the conflict in Ukraine. While the article mentions the discovery of devices, arrest in Poland, and logistical details, the primary focus is on how this event fits into Russia's larger strategy to destabilize Western nations and undermine their support for Ukraine. There's a clear attempt to tie sabotage to the ongoing geopolitical conflict and Russia's attempts to disrupt Western unity. The article includes comments from U.S. officials, such as those from the TSA, who have ramped up security in response to the plot, and offers reassurance by noting that as of the report's publishing, no active threat to U.S. bound flights exists. This is more about providing context to the threats and responding to public concerns about aviation security. The tone is somewhat reassuring, emphasizing that the situation is under control, even as it underscores the seriousness of the plot. All right, first, let's talk about the word choice. The Fox News headline says Russia accused versus NBC's definite Russia behind. Fox News uses direct formal language with a focus on the facts of the plot, particularly in the details of the devices, the investigation, and the involvement of Polish authorities. The tone is more urgent, highlighting the potential escalation of Russia's sabotage efforts and the global security concerns. It is more technical and focused on immediate risks posed by the plot. They seem to want people to relate of being accused and their innocence. NBC uses a more contextualized tone, linking the sabotage plot to Russia's broader geopolitical goals of disrupting Western support for Ukraine. The tone is slightly more reassuring, noting that no active threat to US flight currently exists. The language is more political and less focused on the technical aspects of the plot itself. They call out Russia, saying that they are behind the actions. Even in the opening paragraphs, NBC says Russia was responsible for sending two incendiary devices to DHL logistics hubs in Germany and the United Kingdom, where Fox News says they believe Russia is plotting to plant explosives aboard either commercial or passenger airplanes bound for the United States and Canada. Now let's take a look at context. Fox News goes into the specifics of the plot, the design of the explosive devices, their shipment, and their arrest made in Poland. The focus is primarily on the investigating itself and the technical details surrounding the sabotage attempt. NBC acknowledges the same basic facts, the discovery of the devices, the arrests, and the investigation, but places more emphasis on political motivation behind the plot, trying to tying it to Russia's ongoing attempts to disrupt the West and weakened support for Ukraine. It also includes details on how US authorities are responding with increased air cargo screening. Let's take a look at the first paragraphs of both. Fox starts off with Western security officials reportedly said they believe Russia is plotting to plant explosives aboard either commercial or passenger airplanes bound for the United States and Canada. While NBC starts with Russia was responsible for sending two incendiary devices to DHL logistic hubs in Germany and the United Kingdom in July as part of a wider sabotage campaign to possibly start fires aboard aircraft bound for North America, a Western security official told NBC News. Fox uses the word plotting, while NBC says Russia was responsible. Fox says this is still under investigation, while NBC calls out the country they believe is responsible. Finally, let's look at counterpoints. Here, both sides seem to stop thinking about the beginning portions of what they reported and started using the same language and sources. They both cited the UK counterterrorism police and the TSA. In conclusion, Fox News takes a more investigative, fact focused approach, emphasizing the technical aspects of the plot, including the design of the explosive devices, the investigation process, and the arrests. The focus is on security concerns and the immediate threat posed by the sabotage. NBC frames that story with the broader political and geopolitical context, emphasizing Russia's larger strategy to undermine Western support for Ukraine. While it reports on the specifics of the incident, it also provides reassuring statements about the heightened security measures and downplays any active threats to US bound flights. Both outlets cover the same core facts, but with different emphasis. Fox News focuses more on the technical aspects of the sabotage attempt, while NBC News provides a broader geopolitical context, addressing the motivations behind the plot and reassuring the public about current state of air travel security. The overall feeling with Fox is a compassionate feeling towards people who are accused, and there is still more to figure out before they can set a blame. NBC gives a more direct approach and gives geopolitical views where Russia is not a friend. So that's my summary of the same news brought by Fox News that tends to lean on the right, and then NBC, which is leaning towards the left. I know that even in my evaluation of these two news outlets, my evaluation may seem to lean to the right, or at least so I'm told. Thank you for listening.